Hey guys, wanted to give you a quick little tutorial here on your first project. It's called Letter to Myself. And basically, in a nutshell, what this is you are going to be writing a letter to your future self. So you're going to reread this letter in your senior year. So, what I typically tell students to kind of look for or do is you will be kind of setting some goals, maybe asking yourself some questions about where do you think you're going to be. Do you think it's going to be college, military, just going into the workforce? What are some of the aspirations you might have after you graduate from Greater Lowell? That's a short 3 years away, and it's going to go by a lot faster than you would expect. So this project will end up doing, we'll use two programs in this project. You're going to use either Microsoft Word or Google Doc, either one, doesn't matter. And then you're going to use a program called InDesign, which is the program that we use to do the posters and the notepads. One of the other things that we need to do, and I'm just going to kind of scroll through this as I'm talking to you guys, and I'll get back to a couple things here, is there's these things that are called thumbnails and roughs this time. And all the projects you're going to start to do now for me will require you to do a thumbnail and a rough. And I'll explain those a little bit more in detail. When you write your letter, what I typically tell the students to do is write the letter in either Word or Google Doc. This way here you can proofread it, you can spell check it, all that stuff. The type is an 11-point Times New Roman, and you're going to basically write one page. So basically, in a nutshell, 8 to 10 sentences, 3 paragraphs. Should be really easy for you to do. Again, you need to spell check it, make sure the grammar's right, all that stuff, and that's what you're going to do. Now, before you even do that, all right, here are some questions here. Why'd you pick the shop? What drew you to the shop? What do you hope to learn? What do you hope to experience over the next 3 years? What do you plan on doing with your education after you graduate? You're going to go on to do something else. We've had kids go to fashion design. We've had kids go to graphic design. We've had kids jump over to the CAD area. So there's been a bunch of different ways people have utilized their experience here at Greater Lowell. Again, I'm just reiterating right here what you need to do for type and stuff. And here's the thumbnail and roughs right here. So basically what you're going to do is you're going to take an 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper. Okay? On that 8.5, 11 sheet of paper, you're going to fold it into 4 sections. So you have 4 equal parts. So fold it in half and then fold it in half again. Each one of those sections you're going to take and kind of sketch out what you want your letter to look like. And then once you have that down, you pick your favorite design of the 4, you flip the page over, and now you draw it and put some color in it. I'm not going to critique you on your artistic ability. What I'm going to critique you on is the fact that you took the time to do this step, because it's gradable, okay? Once this is done, you're going to jump into InDesign. You're going to open up the program. I'm going to scroll back up here to the top because it talks to you guys about how you're going to set up the file. And I'm going to do this on a part 2 to you guys so this video doesn't go too long. So again, most important thing is that your letter to yourself will have type that you're going to type out. You're going to have maybe some sort of background image or some sort of color background. You're going to stay inside the margins. Maybe there's some artwork, pictures of you or some friends or family that you might want to add to the sheet. And again, these won't be too big or too small. Everything should kind of flow. There are images here showing you how to do different procedures in InDesign if you don't remember. And again, I'm going to do a part 2 here and I kind of show you guys how to set this up. All right. So Best of luck with this project, and I'll see you in a few.